Curitiba, a city in southern Brazil. March 13th, 2017, 2:30 a.m. Two security guards on patrol in a municipal building investigate a disturbance in the basement.
They're patrolling an empty building, and the lights in this hallway are flashing off and on. Then as they approach and get really close, the door stops moving.
Greg Sulgett investigates weather reports and discovers a huge thunderstorm hits the town on the night of the supposed haunting.
The flickering lights might suggest that there's something electrical going on.
Brazilian lightning strikes kill over 100 people a year. Electrical engineer David Wallace wants to know if it's possible for electrical storms this fierce to create poltergeist-like effects on inanimate objects, such as the metal door in the basement. This area of Brazil averages over 80% humidity, meaning the air is saturated with water.
So when you have dense, humid air, you have the possibility of conducting electricity through it.
Wallace and his team test if electrical charge in the dense, wet air of the basement could cause the door to somehow swing on its hinges. To mimic the door in the footage, they set up a negatively charged sheet of aluminum foil next to a positively charged metal plate representing the door frame.
We will run up voltage on this plate and we will see, will it pull the door to the plate? And we'll see if we can recreate what I am seeing in the video.
He charges his generator with high voltage.
I actually have a 100,000 volt generator sitting right here. Okay, let's get ready to energize the system here. Energize.
30,000 volts course through the plate, pulling the foil toward the charge.
Take it off. So here we see something very similar to what we saw in the video. I have a metal plate inside a metal fixture, and as I increase the voltage, what we see as the higher the voltage goes, it actually pulls the plate over towards the fixture, just like we saw in the video.
Wallace shows it's possible for an electrically charged atmosphere to swing a piece of metal, haunted house style, on its hinges. Now, Kaohsiung City, southern Taiwan. September 29th, 2019. A man enters a derelict building after reports of unusual noises.
He's walking through and it's clearly not been occupied for a while. Stuff's piled up.
But then,
all of a sudden, the TV in the room burst into life.
It's spooky. It scared the guy filming. You literally see him jumping back. He goes and checks the back of the TV, and it doesn't even have a plug. How is it getting any power?
You would be wondering whether there was a supernatural explanation for this.
The person then leaves and apologizes to the ghost.
If the TV actually is turning itself on and off, we really need to ask why and how.
science journalist John Farrow thinks that the design of this 20th century television holds a clue.
Old school TVs like this are very different from the flat screens we have around now. They're called cathode ray tube televisions, and they have tubes in the back which shoot electrons up at the screen. And the mechanism in behind is sensitive to electromagnetic radiation.
A plug in a socket might not be needed to make an old TV like this work. Electrical engineer David Wallace wants to know if some kind of electrical field could turn on the television remotely.
What I'm going to try and do is actually induce an electric field into this TV using my 1 million volt AC generator here. And we will see if it will induce a current into it to give us an image.
Wallace is going to create an invisible electrical field around the TV. The cathode ray tube might react to the field and fire electrons at the screen, creating a ghostly glow.
All right, so let's crank it up. Okay, bring me to 100,000 volts. All righty, give me 200,000. Okay, take me to 300.
300!
All right, up to 4.
At 400,000 volts, an eerie image begins to form.
Okay, run it to 500. So this is incredible, it actually worked. I'm generating this massive 500,000 volt electromagnetic field here, and it is inducing enough energy into this TV to light up the screen, causing this little blue glow that we're seeing.
But outside the lab, what could be producing such a field?
When we turn on the TV and we see static, we call that white noise. That's essentially background radiation that we're receiving from the area. For example, microwave radiation coming from cell towers.
Science says this shouldn't happen.
This doesn't make sense.
Well, I've never seen anything like that.
Bam, bam, bam. Then as they approach and get really close, door stops moving. This is like a nightmare. Oh, God.
This shouldn't be possible. His neck should be broken. This guy should be dead. The TV in the room burst into life. There has to be some sort of explanation.
We really need to ask why and how.
We need to know what's going on.